Hello everyone. Today's topic is constraint on binary relationship type. So what do you mean by constraint? So whenever you take relationship, there will be some constraint. For example, so if company has a rule that each employee must work for exactly one department, then how to describe in a ER model? How do you represent this constraint in an ER model? So there are two types of relationship constraint. One is cardinality ratio and the other one is participation constraint. Under this cardinality ratio, we have four categories. 1:1, 1:many, many is to one, many to many. So we'll take example, then we'll understand the definition. Now, 1:1 relationship. So in this, we have two entities. One is employee entity and the department entity. So the relation between these two entities manages. So what it means, so one employee can head one department. So in the other way, so one department will be headed by one employee. So this is 1:1 relationship. So how do we represent this in a ER model? So here entity will be represented in a rectangle and the relationship will be represented in a rhombus, and the department is also an entity. So one employee manages one department. It's the relation between these two is 1:1. The cardinality ratio between employee and department is 1:1. So let me take another example. So in this, so we have two entities. One is men entity, the other one is woman entity. The relation between these two is he is married to. So this is a UML diagram. This one is a ER model. Now, so a man may be married to at most one woman and woman may be married to at most one man. So both men and women can be unmarried. This is the constraint. So how do you represent it? What is the relation between them? So this is one man can marry to one woman. So one woman can be married to one man. So this is 1:1 relation. So here in the ER model, so between this relation, the cardinality ratio will be 1:1. So 1:1. An entity in A set is associated with at most one entity in B. The same way, entity in B is associated with at most one entity in A. Now, so the next category is N:1 relationship. So here in this, so I have taken same entities, employee and the department, but the relation is different. Works for this employee is working for this department. That means an N employee can be belongs to one department. N employee belongs to one department, or in the reverse, one department can have N employees. This is N:1. So all the employees should work for any one of the department. So this is a ER model. Employee works for department. So this is, here we are supposed to write N:1. So we'll take another example here. So many to one. So we have two entities. One is bowling club and the other one is the country. So here the many people can be born in any country, but an individual is born in at most one country. So this person is born in this country. We have to group it like this. Now, so here n number of people can be born in one country. So one country can have any number of people born under this country. This is many to one. So N:1. This is the corresponding ER model for this example. An entity in A is associated with at most one entity in P. So here in the reverse, entity in B is associated with any number of A. One to many. So here the example for one to many. Now, so here we have taken two entities. One is women's club and the low IQ club. The relation between these two is mother of. So a woman may be mother of many or no children. A person may have at most one mother. So here this person doesn't have a mother. This lady doesn't have a children. So this is so maximum a person can have one mother. This is 1:n relation. So there are some of the example on 1:n relationship. So here, so user and the article. One user can write n article. So one user can write n article. This is 1:n relation. Same way, bank. We here bank and the bank branch. So one bank can have any number of branches. That is 1:n. Department and student. And one department can has n students. This is 1:n relationship. Same way, so m:n relationship. So this is many to many. So the example is we have employee and the project. So employee can work for n number of projects. One employee can work for n number of projects. So you can look into this. E2, employee of E2 is working for P2 project as well as P3 project. Vice versa, if you consider the P2 project, this project can be done by n employees. That is, P2 is done by E2 and E4 employees. This is m:n. This is the corresponding ER model. Entity represented in the rectangle, relation, and the cardinality ratio between employee and the project will be m:n. We take another example. So here we have a two entities, girls group and the boys group. The relation is classmates of. So set of girls are classmates of set of boys. Set of girls are classmates of set of boys. This is many to many. So the relation between these two is m:n.